As it turns out, you can create a thumbnail for your YouTube Shorts. And no, I'm not talking about the horizontal one that you see on Browse, Search, and Suggested. I'm talking about the one that appears on the short shelf. You can customize that. And I'm here to show you not one, but 2 ways that you can do this so that you can get your YouTube Shorts to stand out from the rest when they are on the shelf. Let's start by shouting out a wonderful member of our Boss Squad. And yes, that's what we are, you guys. We are the Boss Squad. So give this video a like if you are a boss. Today's video shout out goes out to Leasty Hig. Thank you so much for all the support you show my channel. For a chance at a shout out, all you have to do is tag me on Instagram as you watch this video or engage with me regularly in the comment section. Let's get started with method 1, and make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to let you know some curious things that I noticed as I was testing this out. But first, I want to go over the 2 different methods. For method 1, you're going to want to create a thumbnail the way that you usually do for your regular long form content in your platform of choice. The only difference is you're going to use the dimensions 9:16 or 1080x1920 if you're measuring in pixels. I used Canva for this because they have templates already in there for Instagram stories and those work perfectly. I just went with the blank one and then just added in my picture, text, and anything else that I wanted to add to the thumbnail. Once your thumbnail is ready, go ahead and download it and take it over to your editing software. I'm going to be using my phone for this, but this is going to work on any editing software that you use. Add your shorts footage over to your timeline. Then what you're going to want to do is add a counter over that footage. This step is important because it's how we're going to know exactly when YouTube selects the screen grab that they use for your thumbnail. So for my counter, what I actually did was I screen recorded my phone's counter up to 1 minute, since we know that YouTube Shorts can only be up to 60 seconds. And then I brought that over to my editing software, put it over my shorts footage, and then cropped it so only the counter part was visible. You can go ahead and delete any seconds in your counter that have no footage under it. After this, go ahead and render it and upload it to YouTube as an unlisted video. Then you want to go to the video details page over in Creator Studio. Something that I've noticed is that YouTube always seems to select this middle screen grab for all of your videos whenever it wants to choose a thumbnail. But now when we go to the video details page, because we have that counter over our footage, we'll be able to see the exact second that the screen grab was selected. Now that we know the exact spot where your thumbnail was picked, we're going to go back to the editing software and drop in our custom thumbnail. What you want to do is go to that section in your shorts where YouTube selected the screen grab, and make sure to use the timing on the counter and not the time that is available in your timeline, because these can be a little bit off. So before you even remove the counter, head on over to the exact second that you saw in the video details page and make a cut right there. Next, drop your custom thumbnail right at that cut. You want to make sure that the thumbnail itself is only 1 frame long. This way, it will only flicker on screen for like a nanosecond and the sound of your shorts won't be interrupted. At this point, you can go ahead and delete the counter, re-render the video, re-upload it to YouTube still as unlisted, just so that you can go to the video details page and verify that your custom thumbnail is now also YouTube's selected thumbnail. This method is not the most seamless one. Obviously, when you play the video, that thumbnail is going to flicker and some people might be able to see it, but honestly, it goes by so fast that a lot of people won't even notice. If you watch my last short, which is this one right here, did you notice the flicker when the video played? Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section. For method 2, we are going to repeat the steps of adding the counter over our footage and uploading to YouTube and verifying in the video details page the exact second of when the thumbnail was picked. Once again, once you know the exact second, go back to your editing software and go to that spot exactly. And what we're going to do here is, instead of dropping a custom thumbnail, we're going to add in overlays or titles or images over that screen grab to create our thumbnail essentially in editing. The idea is to make it look intentional so that it provides a more seamless experience for those watching the shorts. Very similar to how we add titles or overlays or graphics like this one when we are editing our regular long form content. You can make this one slightly longer, whatever it's best for your video. The only thing I recommend is to make sure that you do it on top of your footage so that you don't alter the duration of the short, since we already have the second that the thumbnail was picked. If you add more seconds to that, you would have to re-verify whether that that spot is still the same one that was selected for the thumbnail. Once you're satisfied with the way it looks, it's the same steps all over again. You remove the counter, re-render, re-upload, and go to the video details page to verify that the right thumbnail was selected. If everything looks good, you're free to publish your short. Don't forget to add it to your short section. And just like that, you've created a custom thumbnail for your YouTube shorts that is going to stand out from the rest of the thumbnails on the short shelf that have been randomly selected by YouTube. Now for a few things to note. I filmed my footage at 24 frames per second. I noticed that when I filmed at 60 frames per second, anytime I would go back and verify that the thumbnail was correct, a different section had been selected for the custom thumbnail. If you find yourself in that situation where you filmed at 60 frames per second, what you might have to do is make the thumbnail longer than 1 frame and just keep adjusting and verifying. Or if you know that you're going to film a short, just film it at 24 frames per second, because this seems to work well with that format. I also wanted to see if I created a second custom thumbnail, so the horizontal one to be exact, and then selected that one in the video details page, if YouTube would still select the thumbnail that I had created in editing as the thumbnail on the YouTube Shorts shelf. I tested this on the short that I uploaded yesterday. As you can see here on the video tab section of my channel, you can see the horizontal thumbnail that I created for this video. But if we go to the shorts section, which is what would appear on the short shelf, then it does show the thumbnail that I created in editing. And what I've gone ahead and done is I've basically used the same image on my horizontal thumbnail and I've placed that right in the center. It's kind of how I've been designing my thumbnails for YouTube Shorts, just to make them stand out so that the viewer, when they spot them, they absolutely know that that is a YouTube Shorts that they are going to be watching. These methods are a little tedious, so if you're someone that makes a lot of YouTube Shorts, you're gonna have to decide whether the extra work is worth it or not. One reason to consider it is, of course, the fact that your shorts with a custom thumbnail is going to stand out from the other shorts that have a randomly selected thumbnail. And we all know how important a good thumbnail is for click-through rate and for sending those positive signals to the algorithm. This is also a great workaround when the screen grab options that you have available just aren't that great. Something else to consider is that this whole thing might be unnecessary. YouTube Shorts is still in beta testing, even with the upcoming March rollout for creators in the US. YouTube could very well be working on the option where you are able to upload a custom thumbnail for shorts the way you do for your regular long form videos, or something similar to the way TikTok and Instagram Reels allow you to select a cover. For TikTok's covers, you can add a title in the middle, and Instagram Reels takes it a step further to where you can actually upload an external thumbnail. So YouTube could very well be working with this, and it could be something that rolls out when YouTube Shorts is out of beta testing. So there's a very good possibility that you're not going to have to resort to these methods forever. Sometimes you can add your custom thumbnail at the beginning of your short or at the end of your short, and it could be one of the screen grab options that you have available. If that is the case, there is no need to add the counter, upload to verify the seconds, and any of that. However, it is a gamble. It doesn't always work. And then if you do select one of those screen grab options, you cannot add a second custom horizontal thumbnail that shows up in search, browse, and suggested. And then someone in my Facebook group also mentioned something curious. They said, sometimes YouTube switches the thumbnail every 2 weeks. And I actually went back and took a look at this short right here. And the thumbnail that I had selected for this one, it was one of the screen grab options, but it wasn't the middle one. I had selected the first one, which didn't have the answer that I had selected highlighted, because obviously I wanted people to go see what answer I had chosen. The one with the answer chosen, that's the screen grab in the middle. So I had purposely selected the first one, and now it has reverted to that middle one. So for some reason, YouTube seems to have a preference for that middle section. I don't know what that's about. I have a lot more videos with information about YouTube Shorts. I'm going to leave those in a playlist for you guys right here. If you have more questions about YouTube Shorts, don't forget to leave them down in the comments. I will go ahead and see you on the next one. Bye.